Hey, Thunderstorm, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums. Wow, it's raining really hard outside, and it's going to be raining for the next few days and so on and so forth. You know, as much as I hate rain, it's actually kind of nice because, in LA it doesn't really rain, so it's nice to see rain again in its full glory. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Beyonce album, Renaissance. Beyonce needs no introduction. Singer, songwriter, legendary. Beyonce is back with a new album ever since the amazing Lemonade, released in 2016. Yes, it's been 6 years since we have a new Beyonce album. So yeah, obviously I didn't know what Beyonce's gonna do for this album other than dance hall, because one of the lead up singles to the album is Break My Soul, which I'm going to be talking about later. So let's talk about this new Beyonce album. The album starts off with I'm That Girl, which is a very dramatic intro with some mushy high pass vocals being sampled, deadpan vocals on top, a reggae toned beat, some light synths, and even though I think it has some genuinely interesting play on sound, and I think Beyonce sounds as menacing as ever in this intro, I think structurally it is a bit of a mess. But that being said, I think the rest of the album is pretty fantastic. We have the track Cozy, which has the catchy house beat. That's alright. It has a very catchy house beat, some sassy, confident singing from Beyonce with vocal harmonies that are just gorgeous, and we have lyrics about being comfortable with oneself, being comfortable in your own skin. And even though instrumentally this track is very simple, but it also slaps really hard and I really enjoy it. Same goes for the next track, Alien Superstar, which is a highlight on the album in my opinion. This is easily one of the hardest tracks on the album, with very arrogant lyrics like no one in this world thinks like me, category, bad bitch, I'm the boss, I'm too classy for this thing, too classy for that thing. A big thumping bass, some angelic strings, bubbly keyboards, epic vocal performances. Instrumentally, this thing is just amazing. It is off the world. It lives up to the title of the track. It sounds alien, and it's absolutely fantastic hearing it from none other than Beyonce with top-notch production, and I genuinely think this is an amazing track. Then we have the track Cuff It, which is a summery jam with funky guitars. It's blissful, it's sexy, it's fun, and it is basically Beyonce in her peak mentality because she just loves herself so much. She's just so happy with herself and her body and everything, and with her life and stuff. So there's that. It just exudes that positive energy. Speaking of energy, we have the next track, Energy, with the murky beats, simple synths, some really weird distortion effects come in when we are introduced with a rap verse, which I think is not really great in my opinion. I think the rapping on this track kind of halts the momentum a little bit, and sonically it's weird and not in a great way. Like, I like experimentation, but I just don't think it works that well on this track. Then of course you have the lead up single Break My Soul, where Beyonce goes dance hall with the house pianos, and it sounds pretty solid, but I guess if there's one thing I would like to see more on this track, it would be variation. The instrumentals pretty much stay the same throughout the entire runtime of this track, and I wish there's just more to it. That is followed with Church Girl with a tight trap beat, loud hi-hats. Beyonce comes in with a rap verse, and it's so fucking badass. She just exudes this energy. If she says the most arrogant, prideful thing about herself in that voice, in that delivery, I cannot deny that. I cannot deny it. It's just so sassy. So even though instrumentally I don't think it's the greatest on the album or anything, but the performance alone, the delivery alone on this track, the rapping, is enough to make this one of my favorites. Then we have Plastic Off the Sofa, which is an easygoing R&B track with relaxing chill guitars, finger snaps and giggles. And I love the lyrics on this track, because essentially in this track Beyonce talks about how you can be yourself around me. It's okay. Be emotional around me. Cry in front of me. I will not judge you. I will pay attention to you and listen to you. That is awesome. That is legitimately awesome. Yes. That is followed with Virgo's Groove, which is a sweet, funky, groovy track. The backup vocals are mixed with the angelic vocals on the front, so it's just very dense and layered and lush, and it's just gorgeous, and I just really love it. Then the album dives in a bit of a nosedive. We have Move, which is a banger track with a tropical Latin groove with the instrumentals uh, kind of hard, edged, and stiff. I just wish there's more of a progression to the instrumentals. And we also have the track Heated, which I think is a pretty average track. The beat is pretty basic. The vocals are gorgeous, but it's like nothing all that crazy or anything. We have the track Thick, but spelled Thique. Thique. And it's a minimal rap track with a very simple beat, which has a lot of quirky elements, which I really like, and I like the raspy, breathy vocals as well, but overall it's just a little bit forgettable. But the last leg of the album is just truly amazing, just banger after banger. We have All Up in Your Mind, which is the murkiest track on the album, with intense buzzing keyboards, glitchy production, keyboard arpeggio sort of fading in and out, sort of staccato style. And apparently that's because A.G. Cook is behind the production on this track, so no wonder why it's so damn good. Then we have the track America Has a Problem. Say what? But yeah, I actually really like the track. The sick bouncy beat is infectious. I like the 80s, 90s-esque sound effect. I like the lyrics. Not really. Do I like the lyrics? I think the lyrics are alright. It's mostly about sex and drugs, but I think it's also secretly about the American society, or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe it's just about sex and drugs, but maybe not. I don't know. Finally, we have Pure/Honey, which is a really warped, distorted, Yeezus-type track, but the track gradually builds up to this summery, happy, blissful R&B, which is really nice and sweet. And the album ends off on Summer Renaissance, which is easily my favorite track on the album. It's just a very futuristic ending with very electronic keyboards and synths that are just very warped and distorted. It just feels otherworldly. We have a thumping beat. We have the vocals, which are really angelic and soulful. The hooks are very catchy. And I also really like how cinematic this track is, because it really sounds like we're being elevated to another plane. It's so futuristic, it's so danceable, it's so groovy. We're just entering another world now, another dimension, and it just has that vibe going on for it, and I just really love it. So yeah, overall I'd say this is a really solid album. Sure, there are tracks here and there that I think are a little bit forgettable, but overall this is great. I still think Beyonce has it, and yeah, it slaps. Yeah. Favorite track here is Summer Renaissance. My least favorite is Heated. I'm giving Beyonce's new album Renaissance a strong 7, maybe to a light 8 out of 10. Light 8, yes. So, have you listened to the new Beyonce album from 1 to 10? How much did you rate it? Like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. I mean, you got to take a look outside. Holy shoot. Holy shit. It's just the fog, the rain, the thunder. It's just... Ooh, welcome back.